in a world where I don't know anything about the Roblox community, yet it has infiltrated my feed. That's right. Things are going down on Roblox right now with a person named SCHLEP who is just doing the Lord's work, protecting kids. And for some reason, Roblox has a hate on for him. So we're going to check out this Mujin video, who's an incredible creator who covers a lot of cool topics and a lot of things, about situations going on. And Mujin is probably one of the best deep dive channels I've ever seen in my entire life. Well researched, well documented. So we gonna get straight into it. This video is called Roblox, How to Destroy Your $83 billion company overnight. A deep dive by Mujin. It'll be linked in the description down below. Please support the original video. And hey, while you're here, support me too, Shotty, by hitting the like button, subscribe, and leave a comment down below to feed the algorithm gods. And the code word for today, so I know you did not skip this intro, is Free SCHLEP.
Different identities. Some would know him as a very rich Wall Street investor. Others would have doubts that he's affiliated with a foreign intelligence agency. One thing was certain though, this man was a diddler. And throughout the many decades of his life, he'd make it a point to collect as many victims as he could. But even though he had so much money,
I mean, Epstein was a goddamn monster. Fair enough. Yeah, true.
Poor little Jeffrey would have to do all of the work by himself personally, isolating victims and taking advantage of them. Luckily for him, at some point in his life, he would get helped by his assistant, Ghislaine Maxwell. But man, it must have been such hard work to ruin all these poor innocent young girls' lives. And one can't help but think, what if Jeffrey was born 20 or 30 years later? What if he was simply born in the wrong generation? Because if he had waited just a bit longer, he would have been able to do all this for free and with no need to have hundreds of millions of dollars and powerful connections in society. All he'd have to do is make one simple account on a platform called Roblox.
Holy shit, Mujin! That's a crazy intro! Mujin! Oh my god! He said, high key, TLDR, this man really just said, yo, Epstein Simulator is now what Roblox is. Holy shit! My man went hard in the paint. That first 1 minute, 10 seconds was some crazy-ish, but it's true though. But it's so true. Get him. Oh my God, Mujin. Oh my God, eat, bestie, eat. Oh.
A game that openly markets itself to children, all while doing their absolute best to protect the people who would seek to hurt them the most. Predators. This has been an ongoing problem for way too long, spanning many years.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What the fuck image did this website use? What is this image that they used? I'm sorry. That shit got my head.
Featuring articles like this written by Bloomberg with the title Roblox Pedophile Problem. Featuring many games such as these, spaces made specifically to attract minors and do some very weird things with them. You'd have such disturbing cases pop up in relation to this game and what it does to minors that for most people, while outraged, couldn't really do much except watch with horror on the sidelines. But
so for just like a little heads up about like my own personal thing is that I played Roblox maybe 2 or 3 times. One time they sponsored me and I played it then. Another time we played it was also because of a sponsor. But the third time I played it was for fun when my friends and I decided to play the game Doors, which we uploaded a video of that here on the channel as well. But I also keep Roblox installed on my PC purely for the fact that I log on to my niece's account because the only way I allow her to have an account is if I can check in whenever I want to. Right? So I talked to her parents about that, about how I care about her safety a lot and I don't want her chat enabled. Right? So even if she wants to play with her friends, she can't actually message them in game because her chat's disabled. The only way she can interact with people is by just playing the game, right? And she can like talk to her friends on the phone while she plays, but she's not allowed to like interact with chats, right? So I get to log on whenever I want to at random to make sure her chat stays disabled, right? And her friends, even if they ask her, come on, turn it on, whatever, blah, 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 they don't have to know, right? Is that her parents sometimes will text me being like, hey, she's playing right now. And I'll log on while she's playing to make sure. Because I have her friended, so I just jump in and I'm like, hey. All right, she doesn't, she's clearly the channel. We're good. We're good. All right. You know, so it's like, And she's 10 years old, right? And that's like, and she's very emotionally intelligent and intelligent in general. And those are the kids who get preyed on the hardest, right? Because they always get told you're so mature for your age. They get groomed heavily. That's like the prime demographic for them to be introduced to shit like that, right? Especially when they're of higher intellect. So that's why it's like, am I going to be a little bit obsessive? Yeah. But it's like, I also, with the invasion of privacy that I do, I let the child know that it's happening, right? I'm like, this is the reason why I'm doing it. There's bad people on the internet. I was like, you also have your friends on the internet, which is great. And your friends are awesome. But there's a lot of bad people out there, right? And that means that in order to make sure that you have a good experience with your friends, I have to check in, right? So I will go on your account whenever I want to, but it's not out of a place of me not trusting you. I just don't trust other people, right? And she was like 100% okay with that. She challenged it once because she wanted to talk to her friends, right? And then I explained it to her again, where I was like, hey, like, I know of instances where people have been hurt very badly through situations like this. And I would never want that for you, right? You don't want that for you either, right? She goes, yeah. I was like, good. I was like, I think the same should happen with your friends, and let your friends should consider that too. And if you guys all play with your chat off, right? That means you all have the exact same experience. So if I were you, I would tell them to turn off their chat too, so you all have the exact same experience, right? And then that's kind of what they do. So like now they like jump up and down, or they'll like put an emote to like say yes or no to each other in game and stuff, which helps and things like that. So yeah, it's really difficult, right? Because I feel like when she hits the age of 12 or 13, I'm going to get a lot more pushback from her, which is going to suck because, again, that's like the prime age of kids really starting to get their independence and feeling like they need their privacy and stuff like that, which I get, right? Kids wanting to grow up and get their privacy when they become a teenager makes sense. That's also the scariest time online, right? When these predators are like really just trying to fish out the people who are mature for their age, like, right? So, yep.
Now, after a major incident involving Roblox's executive team and its own CEO, it's facing its biggest existential threat to date. You have a U.S. congressman by the name of Ro Khanna publicly calling them out and making a petition to hold them accountable.
Good, hold them accountable.
General
yeah.
Of the state of Louisiana, suing Roblox directly and calling the platform the perfect place for pedophiles. The company.
Jesus Christ! God. That's gonna give me fucking anxiety attacks, bro. Holy shit. Oh my God. Oh. I am live. Hi, I'm recording a video. What's up? Oh my God. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I'm so stressed out, bro. I'm so stressed out. Oh, Instagram. What do you mean Instagram too? What do you mean Instagram? What happened on Instagram? Oh my God. I gotta be scared for all these babies, man. I'm so terrified. Oh my God. The day she has social media, I'm gonna start crying. She gonna have social media. She gonna post selfies, and I'm gonna look at through every single comment and every single like. I'm gonna check all their profiles. I'm gonna be psycho. I'm gonna be checking every single person. Oh my God, no, I can't do it. Oh my God, my heart.
Multiple lawsuits over child safety, and some of its biggest and most well-known content creators are quitting its incentive program and pretty much boycotting the game.
That's
huge. This has been
huge.
such a shit show that Chris Hansen himself, the man known from the show To Catch a Predator, has come out of retirement to make a documentary about Roblox.
So one thing to mention about the incentives program is that things like that are massive, right? I personally was never a part of the incentives program. I was just given money to play Roblox on stream, right? It's a different thing. It's a one-time sponsor thing. But the people who are Roblox creators are some of like the blood life of the game, right? The reason why kids get so addicted to things like this is because they watch YouTube shorts, they watch TikToks, they watch a lot of YouTube content based around Roblox, which makes them want to go play and feel FOMO when they don't, right? So fear of missing out, FOMO, right? And that's the thing about even my own nieces and nephews, when they got obsessed with Roblox, is because they were like, I watched this YouTuber, Alicia, auntie, have you seen this YouTuber? Right? And they'll play this YouTuber who's like, oh my God, whoa. And it's like zooming in and out on his face really fast. And I'm like, Jesus, goddamn. Nope, never seen him, honey. Wow, he seems really cool. Whoa. 30 vibe boom sound effects. And I'm like, whoa, damn. Like, because I never want to yuck their yum, right? Kids feel really hurt when you don't like something that they like. So I'll just be like, oh man, he seems really cool. They're like, do you think you'll ever play games with him? And I'm like, nope. No, honey, I don't think I will, but I think he's awesome. That's fairly nice. Oh, I say too many bad words is what I told them one time.
Roblox. And speaking of Roblox, they've lost over
No, he's
$12
too cool.
billion in market capitalization in just 24 hours after they had conducted a disastrous live stream in which they tried their best to apologize. Guys, I say this with no exaggeration. Roblox is facing its biggest existential threat yet. But why? These predators have been running free for years. What changed now? Well, let's talk about it. Even though I'm on vacation, I got myself a laptop because I knew something was going to happen as soon as I went on vacation. And here we are. So without further...
Bro bought himself a laptop just so that he could get to work on vacation. That's how crazy it got. That's wild.
Let's do this. All right, so 13.8 billion years ago, the most important event in history occurred. The creation of the universe itself, dubbed the Big Bang. Humans would arrive way later, and throughout our history, we'd achieve many great things. We'd also, unfortunately, destroy many great things. All of this led up to the second most important date in humanity's history, which was September 1st, 2006, when Roblox had officially
come on, bro.
released. Now, you have to understand, back then, this was a ridiculous idea for a game. This concept of having an empty game that's meant to be populated by games made by players was alien, and it was so incredibly niche. I can say this myself because I was there at the beginning, back in 2010 when I created my account. I'm not going to show my character name because Roblox is probably going to ban me for this video, but look at my drip.
True?
I'm still wearing a Disney XD shirt, okay?
Oh my god, immaculate! My boy is slaying!
XD, that's like ages ago. Back
oh my
then, there was
god!
still another currency called tickets, in parallel to Robux. You earned tickets just for playing. The most popular game at the time looked like this. It was a very bare bones FPS. When I would tell my friends about Roblox, they'd look at me like I'm crazy, like I'm weird. It definitely had a very rough start, and I'm sure the team behind it had moments where they were like, wait, is this gonna fail? But then, a couple years later, Minecraft would release and would gain massive popularity throughout the years that followed. At the same time, the concept of modding would become very popular within the gaming community. One of the best examples of this was Elder Scrolls V Skyrim when it released in 2011 and had a very well-rounded mod creation kit, giving this game more longevity than anyone could have ever predicted. Over time, the expectations that gamers had for a video game started to change. This is when you'd have both millennials and especially Gen Z expect more from their games, either in terms of content you initially get when buying the game, or with content that players can produce. And soon enough, this game that had gone all in into the concept of user-generated content finally started bearing the fruit of their labor. In 2012, they had reached a very big milestone. 149 different user-created games had reached over 1 million plays. And in that same year, 2012, they had launched on iOS, with Android following a couple years later. They had seen early on how big the mobile market was going to be for games, and this helped them tremendously catapult into being one of the most played games of all time, reaching other platforms soon after, like consoles. According to Roblox's numbers, the monthly active users they have are in the hundreds of millions, with them reaching an average of 380 million monthly average players in 2024.
I'd rather my babies play League of Legends and get slurred at. I'd rather my babies play League of Legends and get some slurs, man. I don't want them to be on this game. I don't want them to be on. Right? Get them some tough skin. Someone tells them to like end their own selves, you know what I'm saying? All right, call them a few slurs, you know? I'd take that any day over them getting predators talking to them, man. Any day. Any day.
Absolutely ridiculous number that was helped a lot by the pandemic. As you can see, by the end of 2019, they had 113 million monthly active users, and by the beginning of 2021, they had doubled that number, effectively going from 100 million to 200 million just like that, like it was nothing. But you see, having active players is cool, but seeing that all this content is generated by other players, how do you even make money? Well, Roblox from the beginning had a currency called Robux. The only way to earn it is buying it, and it's the only way you can buy cosmetics for your character to make them look
Fat Hammy. Fat Hammy goes hard. I bought the one called Hamster. It's just a hamster. It's so cute.
different. Now, for a long time, most developers thought, well, listen, if we want to make a lot of money, we got to target the adult single male demographic that has a lot of income ready to spend. This is what gacha games did, for example, and it was a massive success.
Yo, what's poppin'? A male adult income motherfuckers. What's poppin'? What's going on with y'all, huh? What's going on with y'all? What's poppin'? Hey. Y'all got some of them squidooshi doodles or something? I don't know what. What you got going? Two of my top donators are lesbians. For some reason, I get the single men and the gays going. That's my whole vibe. That's my whole vibe, baby. Woohoo!
Success, but Western developers had a harder time doing so. Roblox, on the other hand, came in and completely rewrote this entire philosophy. You see, when you make a free game targeting children, they're all gonna play it. And eventually, once they get very attached to the game and want to customize their character, guess who's paying for Robux? Their parents. Look at this thread on Reddit here. Anyone else tired of their kids asking for Robux?
That's all they ask for. I throw a Roblox birthday party for my nephew. It's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah. Man. No, I mean IRL. I bought Roblox merchandise and paraphernalia. And I just kind of like, I got him like birthday hats. I got like paper plates. I got signage. I turned the whole like room into Roblox. And then I got like different streamers. I got like little cake toppers that are Roblox. So I could make a Roblox cake. Man, I wish they were into Fortnite, man. It'd be so much easier if they were into Fortnite. Because then I could just be like, oh my God, Iron Man's in Fortnite. Here's some Iron Man shit. So much easier. Like, oh my God, you could pick any IP that's collabed with Fortnite. And you could just be like, oh my God, it's them from Fortnite. To the kids, you know? It's hard. It's hard, man. Oh, but you know what's the one? Man, so I started playing Fortnite recently because Better Off Besties is my third channel. And there's like this rule that we have, whereas if two people vote for something, then we automatically have to do it, right? Because there's three of us, right? Don and Fax both said we're playing Fortnite. I said, fuck no. Oh, shit. Two of you said yes. And we played Fortnite, right? And we're playing Fortnite and I'm having fun. And then I see someone hit the gritty, and it was like a nom flashback to when my 8-year-old now nephew goes, Alicia auntie, look, I can hit the gritty. I'm doing Fortnite dances. I was like, I need to teach the child how to Dougie. I need to bring him back. He's over the edge. We're cooked. It's over. It's over. Oh no. Yeah, it's yeah. But the one thing too though is that so this nephew is from like my Indian side of the family. He immigrated to Canada. So he's like new to Canada, right? He only came here about 2 years ago. And I'm like, I'm proud of you for getting like references in culture from like, you know, English speaking stuff. But I'm also like sad. Like it's like a mix of both. Like I want to be proud, but I'm also like, oh.
Or how about this YouTube video? How to convince your parents to buy you Robux on Roblox. Sitting at over 111,000 views. And other than the fact that parents were absolutely losing their minds over their kids asking for Robux, you'd also have articles like this.
Is that Alicia from Reddit Rumble?
24-year-old Roblox developer making over $1 million a year shares how he launched his own game development studio. After earning $100,000 in 1 month from one of his games while he was an intern, he left college. So on one hand, you were making money from kids begging their parents for Robux, and on the other, you were attracting young talent that had massive potential with the idea that they could be millionaires if they made the next hit game on your platform. I mean, at this point, other developers were looking at Roblox and they were drooling. How did we miss this gold mine? How could we not see that the next step in gaming was going to be user-generated content? The video game industry, ever since 2022, has been going through an apocalypse with over 35,000 jobs lost.
I'm sorry, I just want to say one thing. I love Bandai. Working with Bandai was probably one of the best times of my life. I respect them completely, like, for all, how well they treated me. There's no fucking way they could have done this shit. Oh my god. Them motherfuckers are like talking to brick walls to get shit done. The chain of command is so fucking abysmal. You gotta talk to like 30 different dudes to get one thing approved. And all of it's fucking jank. It's weird. To get like one thing approved, I'm not gonna go into details because I can't, but to get one thing approved, I had to talk to one of the people that I knew. For them to talk to somebody else, to talk to somebody else, to talk to someone below them. Then for that person to talk to somebody who is above them. Like, it's like, what is your chain of command? Why is it so fucked as a company? Like, it's so bad. Like, they have no proper communication system to make shit work properly. And it's like, I love them. They treated me super well. And they actually did listen to things that I said, right, as a company. So they did treat me well. But it's like the chain of command is some bullshit. And almost everybody I know from back in the day when we were all like there has left. They left now. Every rep I had, gone. Different companies now. And some of them were laid off. Some of them left to pursue other careers. But a lot of them got laid off because they were just like, we don't really know what you do, so we're going to fire you. And they're like, hey, I do this entire division. They're like, yeah, but we kind of forgot you did this entire division, so we cut you. And it's like, what? So it's like their layoffs were so strange because they would fire like integral people because they didn't know themselves what the fuck they were doing. It's like, huh? Excuse you? What? Anyway. Just complaints.
Between 2022 and 2025, one of the only companies that didn't go through any mass layoffs was Roblox.
But also, I do still love them because they treated me super well. Like, issues with certain shit, but you know, I think the only company that like I genuinely high key hate, like high key, is Blizzard. But that's because I have friends who are part of like the whole Blizzard situation that happened, you know? So when two of the girly pops got affected by the whole Blizzard situation, I was like, oh, nope, not playing Blizzard shit anymore. But at the same time, that shit happens at almost every single company ever. So like, I'm not going to be like, I'm on a moral high ground because I don't touch Blizzard games. Right? If you want to play Blizzard games, I don't fucking care. It's your own life. But I know them personally, which is why it makes it weird. Right? Like, you know what I mean? It's like, if you know someone personally in that situation, then it's weird. But if you don't know them personally, then just fucking dip. Like, who cares? Like, then just play your games, dude. Play whatever you want to play, right? Again, being morally on the high ground in this day and age is too difficult, man. The clothes we wear are not ethically sourced. Like, we crazy to think if it was. Right? So, like, I'm not going to try to morally grandstand nobody. Just like, if you know somebody, though, you know, you should do your best.
Completely avoiding the current video game slump. I mean, at this point, for investors, for gamers, for other companies, Roblox was unstoppable. But if you've watched any of my other videos, you understand that the story doesn't end with success. If anything, the biggest problems arise once you finally find that success. And Roblox had a reckoning coming. As I mentioned, this game was targeting children. And that's exactly what it got. 56% of Roblox users are under the age of 16. I'm very glad they specified age of 16 and didn't say 18 or just minors in general, because now all the cringe lords that would normally type, well, actually 16 is legal in some states, can't. This means that 56% of Roblox players are not legal in any way, shape, or form. They can't give consent.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm gonna have a meltdown, bro. I'm gonna have a meltdown. Oh my god.
In fact, Roblox, the company, would go even further and say, according to the company, their monthly player base includes half of all American children under the age of 16. These
Oh my god. Oh my god. I think I just felt my soul leave my body. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god. Because all that makes me think of is like, what if I made a Roblox game that was just a classroom where you can study? And then I just get my kids to sit in a private lobby in a classroom where they study. And I'm like, look, you're playing Roblox. Now read this textbook. You know what I mean? Like, just sit in the classroom, read the textbook. Wow, you're still playing though. Wow. Look, your character's right there. Wow. Read.
These guys have more of a monopoly on American children than schools do, and they spend over 6 hours a day there. And so, of course, even though they had figured
But what
out
if we like to read? You're grown as fuck. Shut up. You're not my kids. I've not given birth yet. Just shut up. Just read if you want to read. What the fuck? What the hell?
to make a lot of money, Roblox had a very big problem. When a platform attracts such a huge population of children, they're faced with a very big responsibility, which is keeping them safe. And unfortunately, Roblox would do such an abysmal job keeping anyone safe on their platform to the point where the worst kinds of people took notice. And they took full advantage of it. Roblox blew up during the pandemic. That's something everyone is aware of. But even before 2020, you would start seeing articles like this popping up, saying, deputies say Vero Beach man used popular video game platforms to target children. Scott used popular video games such as Roblox, a multiplayer online game, to coerce children as young as 10 into sending naked photos in exchange for virtual gaming currency. In 2020, the Daily Mail would write, Roblox computer game is under fire for secret...
They're paying them in Robux. Oh, fuck off. Oh my god, that's a parent's fucking nightmare. Oh, that's a nightmare.
Light district where young kids are exposed to digital sex parties, racial slurs, and players solicit nudes and link to graphic images, including an image from an investigation that CBS had conducted in this game with a player model that's naked saying, I'm 14, who want get freaky on Snap. The Rolling Stone would also write an article about this, saying inside the underground strip club.
I didn't even think about Snapchat. I'm old as fuck. I don't use Snapchat. I just didn't even consider Snapchat. Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. Oh god. And these predators probably feel safe on Snapchat because they're like, oh, it disappears. Right? They can pull up your Snapchat messages, by the way. When Snapchat ever gets subpoenaed, they can pull up every single message, by the way, including images and video. It's saved, by the way. So, to you predators out there, fuck you. Like, that shit gets caught. The moment they have your account, they can go through.
Club scene on kid-friendly gaming site Roblox. Roblox is a place for kids to create and play games. Now, some are earning Robux giving lap dances in virtual clubs. It was
Okay, so Roblox was not the first place to do this. The first place to do this was VR chat. So I have friends who do virtual lap dances in VR chat, and they get tipped for it. So, like, you know what I mean? That, and also Second Life. Second Life, that was really popular too. People would like full on be like prostitutes in Second Life. That shit was crazy. I don't know if you guys remember what Second Life is or not, but... Oh, there you go. Someone in the chat says, I remember that on Second Life. Yeah. That's like a whole ass thing. Yeah. Decade, thanks for 500 bits. Don't worry, I mentioned Second Life right after. Don't worry, bestie. Don't worry. God damn, Second Life was crazy. Because like when I played Second Life, all I would do was hang out in two worlds. And one of them was like this rock cafe where they would play metal and rock music. And I just talked to random people. And I was just a teenager, so I was just like hanging out, talking to people about like music. And that was it. I was like the most innocent gamer ever. Right? Like, dude.
Becoming very evident for anyone who was like Jeffrey Epstein that because children relied on their parents to get Robux, sometimes those parents might say no.
Oh, so but I guess, sorry, the one thing that was creepy about it though was some of them would add me on Skype and then they'd follow me on Instagram and then they would start liking all my photos and they'd be like 30-year-old dudes. And like, that shit's weird. But I was kind of like used to it back then. I don't know. It's bad. People are weird. It's bad.
Gave them an alternate way to earn these Robux by doing some very illegal things, the odds of that happening were definitely in the predator's favor. Some of these articles I'm seeing are heartbreaking. These children were sending inappropriate images of themselves for as little as $5 for like 500 Robux. This wasn't just because they were naive and completely innocent because, you know, they're children. And it wasn't just for cosmetics either. Having Robux in this game that they probably spend so many hours on also meant power. This is a whole other topic for a separate video, but having played Roblox myself recently, I can tell you right now that every single top game on this platform is so painfully and obviously pay to win. It's the most shameless thing I have ever seen in gaming, and not enough
it is
people
very
have
pay
called
to
it
win.
out. You could be
I did a whole video about paying to win in Squid
if
Game.
You die, you can revive
on
yourself
Roblox.
by paying money.
Crab Game on Roblox.
On other players. When you
Yeah.
give a currency
I literally just
this
pay to win.
much power
Yeah.
in children's heads, in a game that they play for hours upon hours every single day and make friends in and make a community in, the Jeffrey Epsteins of this world will take notice very quickly and take advantage of the entire situation. Why bother putting yourself in danger by going on forums or Instagram or Snapchat? Why risk getting caught by law enforcement posing as a child when you have 56% of people playing this game being children? When you can get illegal favors from them for as little as $5. And more importantly, the platform you're on barely takes any actions against people like you. That was just the icing on the cake at that point. Around the end of 2023, a YouTuber by the name of Ruben Sim would create a video titled, "Do Roblox Reports Really Work?" in which he would find people going against TOS, targeting children, being disgusting.
Oh, I remember the whole Ruben Sim video. I don't think I watched it itself. I watched people who talked about it.
Reporting
Okay.
them multiple times and not getting a single one of them banned through the report system, showing just how ineffective Roblox was at keeping children safe and literally indirectly protecting these disgusting people. This problem would get so bad that the National Center on Sexual Exploitation would include it in its Dirty Dozen list in 2023. The Dirty Dozen list is an annual campaign calling out 12 mainstream entities for facilitating, enabling, and even profiting from sexual abuse and exploitation. Roblox has been an honorary member of this list every single year ever since being first included. But they wouldn't budge. The incidents would keep getting worse. A man was charged in kidnapping an 11-year-old that he met through Roblox. And still, radio silence. If you ever brought up this issue, they would say, well, hey, we have parental controls. You could set your
Dude, okay. So the thing that's like, there's so many layers to this, right? Because we can all agree there's bad parenting, right? But the thing that I think is really important to understand is that if you're providing the platform for pedophiles to like take advantage of children on a large scale, that's no longer just a parental issue. That's a you as a platform issue because you're providing the service. Right? That's where I stand. Yes, parents should be more vigilant in what their kids play and what they do. They should be, right? Don't throw an iPad in front of your kid and say, go to town, right? Parents should be more proactive in the kids' lives, right? The thing is, though, is it goes beyond that. Let's not kid ourselves. You're providing a service that that enabled this to happen. It's on you as a company to correct this. Insane.
your child's age, and it wouldn't show them adult-themed games. And you could even block certain games that you don't want your child accessing. But setting the age on a game was the creator's responsibility, and most of them said it to all ages. Why wouldn't they? They want the most players, right? And Roblox never checked that. And as for the games that the parents can block, there was a limit of 100. Bear in mind, Roblox
Oh my god, you could only block 100 games. Dude! I'm sorry. Fuck you! Do you know how much bullshit is on Roblox? Are you fucking kidding? Why did you put a limit?
Tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of different games. So see if that helps. The Roblox community, content creators, local media outlets, hell, even countries would talk about this. Turkey banned Roblox at some point.
Yeah, and banning them individually. Like, insane. What they should do is have a ban all button where you can choose to unban certain games you want your kids to be able to play. That would be the real solution. Let the parents figure out which games they want their children to play on there. Like, oh, Dress to Impress. Like, oh, they can play like Crab Game, or oh, they can play like something like that, right? Where it's like one of those games where they understand the interaction of what's happening. Then unselect those ones from being banned.
Child endangerment. But we'd hear nothing from this company. They wouldn't address this as if it didn't exist. They were clearly making a lot of money. Investors were very happy with how well the stock was performing, and it seemed like shareholder interests were above anything else, even child safety.
God.
So they simply didn't care and were hoping it would go away while they still printed money. Well, that was until 2024, when even Wall Street took notice and threatened their reputation like never before. Hindenburg Research is a forensic financial research firm that's fairly well known and respected on Wall Street. They specialize in writing very damaging reports about companies conducting fraud and other weird, suspicious, illegal activities. They have a solid track record exposing corrupt companies and cooperating with the US government to bring them to justice. And while all of this might sound amazing from a moral standpoint, it's also tied to how they make money. You see, in the stock market, you can either buy a stock or you can buy contracts. The two most popular contracts are a call, in which you're betting an amount of money that a stock is going to go up at a certain date, and a put, otherwise known as a short, in which you're betting an amount of money that at a certain date a stock is going to go down.
So, by the way, when it comes to like investment strategy, right, is that is like the biggest fucking risk, right, that you could ever do, right? When people say they make a massive yield, is because they've done shit like this, right? I personally never invest that way because I'm not a fucking idiot, right? Like, I don't have that kind of money to lose. Yeah. So just a heads up is if you ever think that that's a good viable option, don't. Just don't. You will fuck up at some point. And if you don't fuck up at some point, you fuck up instantly. It's either one. And the recovery is almost impossible. You can't.
If you end up being right about either a call or a short, you stand to make a lot of money, in some cases over 100 times the amount. But if you end up being wrong, well, you lose everything.
Okay, Hindenburg. So I'm going to tee up for 1 second. This is not investment advice. All right, I'm never going to give you investment advice on this channel, but just to clarify that before I say this, one of the things that I do personally when investing is doing like long-term investments, stuff that I will let sit there for like a decade, right? And that will over time earn a yield. And that's how I invest. I don't do anything that I expect a fast turnaround on because the market is just too unstable for that to ever be something that's solid. And what I invest in is things that I know will have continuous like need or use, right? So anyways, that's just my personal investment strategies. Like, but again, you just, the things like you want to invest into, right, is like, depending what kind of job you have, because again, the job market is so shit, right? Especially post-COVID economic bubble pop, is the market's so bad, right? But if you're somebody who has a full-time job, is that don't let your money sit in your bank account, right? If you want to let your money sit in your bank account, open up a tax-free savings account and slam it into there and lock your money away for like 2 years, untouched. Because if you do that, it allows them to have accumulation on your money with interest, right? But you can't touch it or access it. And breaking it, you have to pay money to break the account, right? But if you have that sort of income where you're able to do that, that's one of your best strategies, right? Tax-free savings account. So like TFSAs, right? So again, this is not me giving you investment advice. This is not me giving you like financial advice. This is me just talking about it as like a general of what I personally do, is what I should say here, right? Like, but you know, it's hard when you're not taught financial responsibility or taught how to deal with your financials at all. Like, no one teaches you this shit. It's super upsetting that it's something that you have to look into yourself, or you have to pay people to do for you, right? That's how they make the industry. That's the intention of why a lot of us don't know how to do like adulting in finances, is because it's intentionally not taught to us or provided for us. So that way we pay the industry that does it for us. Our unassuming ways allows us for other people to thrive off of us, right? So anyway, I got a lot of opinions about that. I won't go too crazy on it. Just if you're somebody who's in a spot, remember that your money can make money even without gambling it away, or even without risking it in stocks. You don't need to even risk it in stocks. You can do it onto your bank instead by locking your money away, right? What you got to do is just talk to your bank, book an appointment, figure it out from there. All right. But that's on your own. Figure it out yourself. Right.
Would be very transparent. After they publish a report about a corrupt company, they would buy a sizable short position to put their money where their mouth is, but also to straight up make money. A lot of it. On October 8th, 2024, they would come out with this report titled Roblox: Inflated Key Metrics for Wall Street and a Pedo Hellscape for Kids. Now, you have to understand, this title by itself was a bombshell.
Oh my god! Holy shit! Oh my god! That title from the top rope! Boom!
Even by Hindenburg Research's standards. When this dropped, all of Wall Street was talking about it because it was pretty much attacking the two most important things that Roblox had pride in: its very high player counts and its kid-oriented demographic. Hindenburg Research would show up, well, with research
it's not wrong.
and show us that a big
right,
chunk
which is
of
why
this
it's so
player
fucked.
count is actually a bunch of alts and bots, showing us just how easy it is to create multiple different accounts and how a huge...
Can we just talk about something real quick about bots? So Twitch recently started banning massive view botting. And there were so many people upset online being like, my viewer count dropped so significantly since the view bots got banned. And I'm like, damn, why are you exposing yourself? That's crazy. My viewership has only increased, dog. Unlucky. Go next. Be better, stupid. I can't believe my viewership went down. Yeah, man, because you fucking view botted. Like, it's so funny. Like, why are they outing themselves? They're like complaining about it on Twitter and shit. And I'm like, oh man, that's so wow. Yeah. Some people are giving them sympathy too. They're like, oh god, I know it sucks that your metrics are going down, dog. And I'm like, it went down right after they fucking got rid of the bots. They go down right after they got rid of the fucking bots, bro. That's not about. Oh my god. I can't believe I got caught, head ass. Yo, for real though. Is this model taller? No. This model is just different outfit. My cleavage is covered, so I look taller. I don't notice your viewership going down at all. No, mine's only gone up. I'm chilling. Because I never view botted, so I never had to care. Yeah. The other people, though, damn, unlucky. And if anything, my stream gets pushed up higher now because less view bots. So my stream gets to go higher now on the suggested list. So people see me more often now, which is pretty cool. I kind of benefited from them getting rid of view botters, which is kind of sick. Anyway, sorry, so I'm going to bring that up.
Huge chunk of players, sometimes half, in some of the most popular games on the platform came from both Vietnam and the Philippines, countries that sold many services to emulate multiple accounts on their machines with the goal of farming as much currency as they can in some of the most popular games in order to sell the account later on eBay. A former
Oh.
Roblox employee would talk to Hindenburg Research and say internally, there is awareness that a lot of this activity was happening in Vietnam when these sort of things occurred, and that inflated a lot of our numbers. Like crazy, insane in terms of engagement, daily active users, and stuff like that.
God
Hindenburg
damn.
points out that even though Roblox has all these hundreds of millions of monthly active users, it hadn't made a single profit since 2021. Since going public on the stock market, losing $2.6 billion in 3 years. This section had directly attacked Roblox as a company, how they operate, their financials, and it concerned some of their top investors in Wall Street. But while this report so far only served to hurt their wallets, the next section would only serve to make them want to puke when they realized that Roblox was nothing more than a playground for pedophiles. They would point out that in 2023, the National Center on Sex Exploitation bluntly told the Roblox CEO, extensive evidence suggests that Roblox has not sufficiently prioritized child protection and has struggled to implement safety practices commensurate with its growth, resulting in a proliferation.
I was gonna sound weird as shit, but Mujin's voice is very soothing to me. This motherfucker sounds so nice to the ears. I was just thinking that while he was reading. I was like, damn, this is nice. This is that shit you put on your TV while you go take a nap. You're like, thank you, it's so comfy. Thank you so much. You know what I'm saying? This is that shit that you put on while you're cleaning your house. You're like, damn, this is nice.
Of exploitative and harmful content and predatory behavior. They would also mention the Dirty Dozen list that we saw earlier, as well as Bloomberg's article. Hindenburg would go on to show us many different incidents from 2019 to 2024 in which predators were arrested for having kidnapped, raped, or even traded sexual content.
Jesus!
with
Oh,
minors
fuck!
thanks to
Oh.
Roblox. But they weren't just going to end it here. Hindenburg took it a step further and actually tested out just how safe this platform was on their own time. They attempted to set up an account under the name Jeffrey Epstein, only to see that the name was taken, along with 900 plus variations. They had found one account in particular called Jeff Epstein Supporter that had earned multiple badges for spending time in kids' games. They found a guy with the username iGrowminors and another one, I'm not even going to read that out loud, but it's ridiculous. After this incredible revelation, just barely a few minutes after creating their account, they would register as a child, more specifically as a 9-year-old. They would then type Diddy in the search bar and would see many different games featuring Diddy, with some titled Diddy Party, Freaky Diddy Simulator, Diddy Survival, Midnight at Diddy's Party, and things such as Escape to Epstein Island. They would then mention how Roblox claims it reviews every single image, video, and audio file.
Okay. These would be funny memes if it wasn't on a child platform. You know what I mean? Like, some of these could be funny memes if it wasn't on a kid's platform. Are you fucking insane? Like, what? Oh my God. Girl. On VR chat, it would be an edgy joke. Yeah, like the thing is, right, is like, again, 58% of all American children play this game. They don't know who Jeffrey Epstein is. They don't know who Diddy is. All they know is the meme. They know, oh, Diddy Party. They'll say shit like that. Kids will just say words they don't fucking understand, right? Again, to the point where my nieces and nephews, they don't know what half the shit they say means. They just know it's funny and it's a meme and people are saying it online in their videos, right? A great example of that was when they were asking me to put on FNAF music. And I was like, Five Nights at Freddy's music? Like a song, a cover song, or like parody song or something? They're like, no, Five Nights at Freddy Fazbear. I'm like, okay, but like what do you want exactly? Like is there a good artist or something? Right? I'm trying to, like maybe like Stupendium or something, right? I'm trying to figure out like what they want me to put on. But for them, they didn't even know it was a video game. It's a buzzword for them, right? Zero comprehension. I was like, oh, you know it's a video game, right? That's where Five Nights at Freddy's comes from. And they're like, oh, can we play it? And I'm like, Jesus, no. Y'all had nightmares over me showing you The Grinch Who Stole Christmas with Jim Carrey. I am not showing you no Five Nights at Freddy's. One jump scare and your parents are going to hate me for like 3 years. All right? No shot. Hell no. So like, that's the thing too. Also, Like my 10-year-old niece says gyat. Again, this is my Indian niece who said gyat. And I'm like, girl? But she also starts saying girl now because I say it a lot. And I'm like, oh my God. She starts mimicking what I say a lot too. I'll be like, girl. And she go, girl? I'm like, hey, no, stop it. No attitude. No, wait. Oh no, she's starting to get my sass. They gotta let me stop babysitting, bro. Oh no. She got like a little Indian accent too and everything, so it's just super cute to me. But I'm like, girl, you are not on the right side of the family for this. Stop it. Stop it right now. Put down my slang right now, bitch. You came fresh off the boat. Stop it.
Uploaded to Roblox, while Hindenburg would join a game with the name School Simulator, a game that had over 29 million visits and had 0 age restrictions, and within just a few minutes, a player took out a sign with a massive sausage on it. This was literally within a few minutes of joining School Simulator. Checking every single image, my ass. Actually, maybe you do. Maybe you like this kind of content, Roblox. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised.
Holy
what was
shit.
even more worrying in this report is that Hindenburg would type the name adult in the search bar and find a group called Adult Studios with over 103,000 members. This was a group that was openly soliciting sexual favors and trading child pornography. It was very simple, right? All you had to do was find vulnerable children, give them Robux, and then trade whatever they send you with other people. This is like Jeffrey Epstein's paradise. And in just a few months, Hindenburg had found over 38 different Roblox groups where this was being done. Whenever one of them gets locked, another one gets made, and would take a very long time for it to get deleted by Roblox. But what was really crazy about Adult Studios in particular isn't just the fact that it had over 103,000 people, but that it has existed since 2009, 15 years, and Roblox had taken no action whatsoever. There would be
Oh my God. No. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, this is so bad. Oh, this is so bad. Oh, God.
many people in these groups that had bios saying their age, of course, minors, giving their Discord username, and saying that they sell, you know what, for Robux. This would make anyone want to puke just reading this and seeing how even if you were to make a literal platform on the dark web to lure in minors, it wouldn't do a better job than Roblox. It's ridiculous. When this report came out, Roblox, unlike other instances where children were actually put in danger, would respond almost immediately. You can pause the video if you'd like to read the whole thing, but in a nutshell, they'd say that they take content moderation very seriously, and that everything in that report shouldn't be taken seriously because Hindenburg themselves have an agenda. They simply want to make money profiting off of Roblox's stock going down. But overall, seeing that Hindenburg's report was like over 100 pages long, this 1 page and a quarter was extremely disappointing. Like, that's all you have to say for yourself, really? After the report would come out, the stock would take a bit of a beating back in October of 2024, but in a few months would recover fully. And in around 8 months would double from $50 to $100.
See, that's the thing, right? Is like, oh God, it's so fucked up. Cause like, oh, Jesus, like I didn't even know how the length of how bad it is. I just know that it was bad, right? Which is like why I took preventative measures when it came to my niece. But like to see like how bad it actually is so far beyond what I thought, you know? Oh God.
Even Hindenburg, who had taken down companies based on their shady practices, couldn't stop Roblox. Many people were hoping, including me, that this reaching Wall Street would finally make something happen, but it didn't. This wasn't the first time someone was bringing up these problems, and Roblox had done what they had done before. Sit back, ignore it, and it'll go away by itself. Well, enough was enough. Many Roblox players who had grown up with this game had noticed just how others were being taken advantage of on the platform. Once they realized that they could report someone over 100 times for taking advantage of minors and having nothing happen to them, they decided to take matters into their own hands. This is when you would start seeing over the years many of these videos start to pop up of Roblox players working with law enforcement agencies to get predators off the game and off the streets for good. This would follow the same strategy that someone like Chris Hansen would do. On his show, To Catch a Predator, he would have someone pose as a minor, talk to these predators.
That's the math tutor one. We watched him. That's the math tutor one. That shit was crazy. Bro's got the most egg-shaped head I've ever seen in my damn life. Boil that motherfucker. God damn. Crack it open. Egg yolks. Crazy. Anyway.
Lure them to a location in which the predator thinks they can take advantage of the minor and have the police waiting for them. One of the most popular Roblox predator hunters would be SCHLEP, someone who had been playing the game for many years, ever since being a kid, someone who had met his girlfriend on the platform and holds a lot of love for the game, but also a victim, someone who has been groomed on the platform before and doesn't want to see a single child suffer the same fate as him.
Yeah.
He would make quite a few videos about this and would work directly with law enforcement to arrest over 6 predators.
Wow! Correctly working with law enforcement to arrest 6 predators? Good shit! That's fantastic. Good on SCHLEP. That's like the one thing that always worries me about like sort of like the To Catch a Predator YouTubers in general is a lot of them will do it for the content, but all of it will be like void because they didn't work alongside the police, right? That's one of the big issues that they have. They do it for the clicks, they do it for the viewership. People like Fousey too, people like those motherfuckers who are just brain dead fucking idiots like Ice Poseidon, right? Where it's like they're so fucking brain dead they don't get the goddamn cops involved to help, right? They just do it and they're like, yeah, anyways, we called the cops on him, and then everything's void, so it doesn't matter, right? But when you work alongside the police and to get this shit properly done, God, it feels so good.
Done way worse things than what they were doing on Roblox, sometimes possessing illegal material of minors on their hard drive. It really sucked how Roblox was doing nothing to protect children, but it was so admirable how people like SCHLEP took time out of their day, worked countless weeks and months while coordinating with law enforcement to capture these freaks to keep children safe.
Yeah.
But again, instead of taking notice, instead of actually trying to help them or hear what they had to say, Roblox would just ignore them, ghosting them whenever they'd reach out and never acknowledging their existence. That will be until August 10th, 2025, when instead of finally trying to improve the platform for children's safety, they would instead take the unfathomable decision of banning the very people who were keeping their platform safe.
This is going to sound really fucking dark, but I think I know the reason why Roblox doesn't ban the pedophiles. Right? I think it's because pedophiles probably pay the most Robux in the game, realistically, right? Because if they're paying for the children to give them CP, that means that they're dumping fucking money into the game. And they know that if they start to get rid of those pedophiles, they're losing a massive, massive source of their income. Like that hit would be crazy. But it's like, how could you live with yourself knowing that that's one of your main sources of income? How could you live with yourself? There's no world. How? It's actually so fucking disgusting.
On August 9th, 2025, SCHLEP would tweet this out on his Twitter, saying, "Every account I've ever made on Roblox has been terminated, and Roblox sent a cease and desist letter to me. Not a single Roblox predator I've ever gotten arrested has faced any action similar to this. I have no words. Even though this was my livelihood and career."
I'm sorry. They never did it to the predators that you caught and were captured by the police, but they did it to you. That's the state we're in. Where they're protecting pedophiles. Actually, I'm going to go call my cousin later and talk to them about my niece and my nephew using Roblox. I'm going to talk to them about this and make sure they're informed. I don't know if I feel comfortable with them being on this platform anymore. I think that this needs to be talked about. I don't know. I might buy these motherfuckers a Nintendo Switch. I might buy these motherfuckers a Nintendo Switch just to get them the fuck off this shit, man. Oh, God. Oh God.
Career outside of SCHLEP, I have no plans to return to Roblox. I will not be making any new accounts. So this was already a very shocking development. Why would Roblox take action against someone like SCHLEP doing his best to keep their platform safe? Well, the next day, on August 10th, 2025, he would release this video titled "Roblox is threatening to sue me for protecting kids," in which he would show us what the cease and desist letter actually said. While Roblox acknowledges that your stated intentions may be to protect children, and while it recognizes the serious nature of online predatory behavior, your methods, including failing to immediately report suspicious activity to Roblox through proper channels, are actively interfering with Roblox's established safety protocols and critically are exposing Roblox's users to increased risk. So,
are you fucking stupid? I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure that when people report to Roblox, the people who have been reporting, especially these like vigilante channels, are double checking to make sure those accounts are terminated or not. And if they see that they're not terminated, that means them reporting hasn't been doing anything. Are you a fucking idiot? What is this? This is like... I'm gonna turn into a race car. I'm gonna get so mad I'm gonna turn into a race car. It happens, but like, oh, I'm mad,
this
I'm good.
paragraph is wild. Saying that what SCHLEP is doing was putting people in danger, when in reality it was only doing the opposite by arresting...
It's only putting the pedophiles in danger. That's who's in danger. But we have to protect them. That's our income, head asses.
predators. They would then say, accordingly, and pursuant to Roblox's policies, Roblox will be closing your accounts. Please note that Roblox community standards prohibit opening new accounts to evade an enforcement action. Therefore, we demand that you cease and desist from accessing the Roblox platform. Please be advised that Roblox reserves all rights to take any and all appropriate legal action against you should your violations of the Roblox community standards continue. So not only were all of your accounts banned, not only were you being blamed for making the platform a bigger danger, but if you just as much attempted to continue using Roblox, we will be suing the hell out of you as a billion-dollar company.
Do you know what's the one thing that gives me hope? Is that if they try to sue SCHLEP, do you know how many YouTubers with big fucking wallets are gonna just slam money into his account to make sure he can fight these fuckers? Do you know how much YouTubers with big dollars can back him too? Yeah, you guys are a billion-dollar company going against, again, YouTubers with not just 10 million, tens of millions, hundreds of millions of dollars. That they're willing to throw a few million at this to make sure it happens, to protect kids. Viewers too, yeah. Like, what do you too? Yeah, I mean, I don't like talking about what I donate towards because I feel like it's super, like, pedestal-y and weird, right? But, like, yeah, like, I do a lot of charity work throughout the year, right? Like, it's something that means a lot to me, and I spend a lot of my time and resources towards charity work. So if I saw something like this happening, sure, I'd probably contribute to it. But, again, I just don't, like... I don't know. It feels, like, disingenuous when you're a content creator who, like, films themselves or does shit like that towards their donations. I don't really like doing that kind of stuff. Like, I'll do like charity events here on stream and stuff, but like every personal charity stuff I just kind of do on my own, you know? I don't know. It's such a weird thing because it's like when you do charity work and it makes other people want to do more charity work too. It's good to talk about it. But then I don't want to be the kind of person who, like, you know, feels like it's doing it for the sake of other people's thinking I'm doing it for like brownie points or something. I do it because I care. I don't know how. Anyways, that's just how I feel about it. Mr. B style. Yeah. See, like, for example, every year I make about 500, sometimes 1,000 if I can, but usually about 500, like bags that are like little snack packs for like the homeless. And it also has gift cards in it too. So that way they can go like use restrooms and stuff like that in like public areas and stuff rather than having to like piss on the sidewalk and shit. So that they can feel more human. And like a lot of places have like loitering issues. So it's like if it's a cold out, they can go to like, you know, Tim Hortons and get a coffee and then sit there for a few hours because they're allowed to because they bought a coffee, right? Stuff like that. So again, it's like, I don't know, man. If I ever took a video of that, I feel like I would feel terrible. Like I just feel so terrible if I, you know, like recorded that shit. That's not meant to be like, I don't know. People aren't supposed to be content. Like, I don't know. They're just living their lives. And I feel like monetizing that or like putting that on is just, I feel very uncomfortable.
You know, this is really interesting because it seems to me as if they're siding with the predators. I think that's what most people concluded.
They are siding with them!
But what's
Literally!
ironic is their usage of using the appropriate channels to report people. This is when SCHLEP would point out that he was actually threatened with a terroristic threat on this platform in Roblox by a user called Nepali Incel, went ahead and reported him, and nothing happened. In fact, the biggest irony here is that SCHLEP ended up being banned before him. And
so using the right connections in the right channels. Thank you so much, Roblox. Because clearly you care about the safety in the correct channels, but you banned homie before you banned the people threatening, huh? Crazy!
And what was really interesting too is the fact that Roblox was calling SCHLEP a vigilante. But Jadion, a very big YouTuber that SCHLEP had collaborated with multiple times to arrest predators, pointed this out about the usage of this term. Watch.
Okay, they're calling SCHLEP and us vigilante groups, right? The definition of a vigilante is someone that takes the law into their own hands. Throughout any of our Roblox interactions, have you guys ever seen us beat the crap out of these dudes, handcuff?
Yeah, good point. Because technically they're not vigilante groups. Even I said earlier, I think I might have said the word vigilante, but they're not. Because they're calling the authorities and getting the cops involved. They're not enacting anything. They're not doing anything. They're just being good dudes and handing it off to the actual police to deal with it. Like, they're just being decent human beings. Holy shit, good point. Even I said vigilante earlier. I should correct myself on that. And there's me correcting myself. He's right. That's a good point. God damn.
Up them ourselves, take them over to no. We literally just have conversations with them. We report everything to the police. When the police get there on scene, they see obviously that there was
the double audio
committed,
tripping me up right now.
and they do the right thing and arrest them. I mean, I really don't know any more of a proper channel than literally reporting to the police themselves.
So essentially, Roblox was making SCHLEP out to be some rogue Batman figure, ditching the entire justice system and taking justice into their own hands, deciding who's guilty and laying out the punishment to them without any intervention from the law, when this could not have been further from the truth. SCHLEP would always make it a point to be coordinating with law enforcement.
Exactly.
Only supplying them with necessary evidence. That's it. That's the opposite of a vigilante. That's a good Samaritan.
A good Samaritan, exactly!
To understand that Roblox's problem with SCHLEP just didn't really make sense. Do you really have a problem with someone taking time out of their own day, working with law enforcement, pursuing someone legally so that they can't use your platform to take advantage of children? I mean, it didn't really make much sense. This story was so ridiculous that it would result in SCHLEP gaining a lot of traction. The series would take the opportunity to show everyone how just 10 years ago, after having been groomed for multiple years by an adult through Roblox, he decided to leave this planet, but thankfully didn't succeed. As he was laying on the hospital bed, his mother would email Roblox support, telling them about what had happened. And the response was an absolute joke. It would start off saying, hey, really sorry your son's going through a tough time. Yeah, that sucks. We're going to do everything we can. Here's a couple of suicide hotline links. But anyway, if you're having any problems with any other players on Roblox, you should really use the report abuse button.
Oh, Jesus, man. All right, the sponsorship money I got from Roblox, I'm going to be donating towards, I don't know which charity. I'll figure out what one. From the two sponsors I took, I'm going to just donate that money. I don't even want to have that in my hands. This is like fucking blood money. This is fucked up. Yeah. I'll figure out a charity later. I cannot even have that in my fucking pocket. This is so fucking gross. This is so bad. You know, and like I've talked about like my mental health issues. I'm someone who has like, you know, pretty bad depression, anxiety pairing, right? I take medication and I go to therapy and stuff, right? And like, a lot of you guys know that like I've dealt with my fair share of schleidal thoughts, especially like while battling cancer. It was one of the biggest, hardest times, right? Of me constantly fighting against if I want to live or not. It was like a huge thing for me. beating cancer is kind of where I started to get more of my resolve. But I had a really hard time choosing to live while fighting cancer. And I didn't talk about that back then. As much as I talked about it after the fact, when I started to get more of a clear head, right? And dude, this breaks my heart, because I'm just thinking, like, if you're a parent and you feel so trapped and lost and scared, and you're like, I don't want this to happen to any other kid. I'm so thankful my kid's alive. I need to reach out to them to make sure this doesn't happen again to anyone else. And this is their response. That's so fucking... I'm just so, like... You know? Like... I can't even imagine being his mom. I can't even imagine what it was like to get that message back from them. God.
Sincerely, Carlos, customer care, Roblox. I mean, you might as well just give them a middle finger at this point. SCHLEP said, nearly a decade later, I see very similar emails from Roblox regarding predators we get arrested. Nothing has changed. In fact, Edwin Dorsey would point out that so many cases go unreported, undetected, or contribute to the deaths of children. Below is just one lawsuit in which a 10-year-old girl claimed abuse through Roblox. She attempted to leave this planet twice in 2020. SCHLEP was unfortunately far from being the only one here, with Edwin also showing us over 30.
God, it's so fucking sad too. Like, dude, my first attempt when I was 10 years old, right? Like, God, just seeing kids go through that, you know? Man, it just breaks my heart, man. You know? Yeah. Yeah, I remember when I was in high school was like my biggest attempt, and I ended up getting a cover-up tattoo in my 20s, my early 20s, to cover up, because like the scar is still there. This like 3 scars are still there that are just way too big, that they just never went away, even though it happened in high school. Right? It's like a cover-up tattoo that covers my full forearm. Like, I don't know, man. This shit just like, you know, being a kid is so hard. You know, being a kid is so damn hard. And I hate that adults constantly have this mentality towards children where it's like, oh, grow up, get over it. I was a kid too at one point. And it's like, you don't get it, man. Shit's getting worse and worse for kids as time goes on, right? Like, my childhood fucking sucked, right? That's just the reality, right? I'm very happy where I am currently, though. And I'm very thankful for where I am currently. But the kids now, even they're going through worse shit probably than I went through. That's the reality, right? At 10, why? I understand kids with suicidal thoughts. So suicidal ideation happens a lot when, one, a 10-year-old is introduced to the idea of suicide prior to them fully comprehending it. So like a big thing about, like, especially when you're 9 or 10, contemplating your life is not something that would feel the same as when you've hit the age of 12 to 13. To you, it's because you've either heard of someone who's done it and you're like, God, I want to be like that. I just want to go away. And rather than having the thought of running away, like most children have, right? At some point they'll go, I want to run away, packing their stuffies and walking out of the house, right? Since they've learned about this other act, the sort of finality of that act, they lean towards that instead. It's just about the knowledge pool at that point, and they pull from their knowledge pool, right? So that's why. It's not about having that same feeling that they would have when they actually have grown more. It's about their understanding and correlation to it, right? And that's why, right?
30 cases from 2019 up until 2025 of predators, sometimes even people who are already on the registered sex offender list, use Roblox to attain their very disgusting goals involving minors. And to add further salt into the wound, one day after SCHLEP had been banned, this paid emote got released called Catgirl Stretching. And let's be real here, this is not stretching. This will definitely get used for very weird RP. What happened to SCHLEP was gaining traction very quickly within the Roblox community, and only a couple days after his video had released, one of the biggest Roblox YouTubers on the planet, Creekcraft, would tweet this out, saying, "There's been talks between very large Roblox YouTubers planning a mass exodus from the Roblox Star program. Roblox developers planning hashtag free SCHLEP chants at RDC, which is the annual Roblox convention, a few sponsorship opportunities in jeopardy due to Roblox's recent actions. That's where we're at right now." Things were getting real very fast. And Roblox couldn't afford to stay silent this time around. So on August 14th, 4 days after SCHLEP had posted his initial video, they would tweet out, "For transparency, we are sharing more information about our decision to remove vigilantes from Roblox."
I'm praying they got dunked on. I'm praying Roblox got the big old shitter on their foreheads. Here we go, boys!
In a blog post on their website. This entire blog post would be them trying to justify not only them banning SCHLEP, but the ban of any vigilante on Roblox. Anyone who was trying to protect children by going after predators, pretty much. I mean, look at their amazing reasoning on why they removed vigilantes. They said they've been monitoring vigilante activity on Roblox for some time. It started out as a group of people trying to give feedback to Roblox, telling them to do better, something they appreciated. But then, vigilante activity evolved. Instead of just reporting on safety issues, vigilantes started impersonating children and actively sought to connect with adult users. Those conversations mimicked inappropriate behavior and actively encouraged other users to connect on other social media and messaging platforms, thus bypassing Roblox's own safety systems.
I'm sorry. I think I just had a stroke. It's not... I'm so mad. I need to like function. Hold on. I just need a second to like get myself together to say what I want to say. Do they not understand that if you're acting as a child, you're not going to be a part of the sexual conversation? Because the point is they want the predator to say the sexual shit as if teaching the child. That's the point of the conversation. So they're not really engaging in a sexual inappropriate conversation. And even then, it's the predator doing it, thus to get them in trouble because that's happening with them. What? This is insane.
Oh, I see. So because these vigilantes were posing as minors and taking these poor predators away from Roblox onto other platforms meant that they were just as bad as predators, if not worse, which is why they should be banned. Yeah, of course, that makes total sense. Adding that none of the activity discussed above is acceptable on Roblox. We have teams dedicated to reviewing and investigating the reports we receive. But at this point, no one believes that anymore. As soon as this disastrous statement would come out, SCHLEP would tweet, "Roblox has tripled down in their latest newsroom post, outrageously comparing me to actual predators because my decoys tell adults that they're children. We use the same tactics that the FBI, ICAC, and local police departments use in their own operations to catch predators." This is something they actually said, dude. Similar to actual predators, they often impersonated minors, actively approached other users, then tried to lead them to other platforms to have sexually explicit conversations, which is against our terms of use.
God. It's like so stupid, it's laughable. Like, that's how stupid it is. Like, this is like... Context is dead. Context is dead. In the water. Drowning. Holy fuck.
Mind you, this whole post was written by Matt Kaufman, their chief safety officer.
Their chief safety officer. Now, I'm not saying he is one of these people, but he seems to be protecting them quite a bit, huh? You know what I'm saying? You seem to be protecting people, and people usually say they like to protect their own in a lot of situations. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying, and people like to protect their own. And I, you know,
This is the man that needs to be held accountable, that so many children are being taken advantage of. And he's out here saying that SCHLEP and what he was doing was just as bad as predators. Do you understand how crazy this is to say to someone who was literally groomed on your platform for multiple years and tried to leave this planet ending up in a hospital bed? That is wild. So of course, very shortly after, they got community noted on this tweet, saying the blog post that Roblox linked in this X post claims that Roblox takes action against bad actors after receiving a report. An experiment ran by YouTubers shows that 100 blatantly obvious sexual accounts were reported and none were removed.
Holy
Referring to the
shit.
video I showed you earlier titled, "Do Roblox player reports really work?" So the Roblox community wasn't having it. Twitter community notes wasn't having it. I mean, at this point,
this motherfucker named Cum Dispenser. I'm sorry. What? That's some demon shit.
one believed them anymore. This is why the day afterwards, Creek would officially announce that he was leaving the Roblox Star program and cutting all ties to the Roblox development team. This irresponsible attitude towards minors and these very blatant lies had gone on for way too long. But what was really insane here is that Creek later would join a game in Roblox called the SCHLEP Funeral. And he, as well as everyone watching him, would find out that Roblox was taking measures to block any mention of SCHLEP on their platform. Watch as this map gets banned within a few seconds after he joins.
You know what I mean? Uh-oh. 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 Oh, I'm not banned. Okay. Well, they got us.
They're banning things with SCHLEP's name before banning pedophiles. That's insane. Things with SCHLEP's name is getting banned faster than pedophiles. But they left all of the Epstein names. They left all of the Diddy names for Worlds. But SCHLEP, they didn't. That's incredible. You remember how many Diddy and Epstein games we saw? So they can't say it's for inappropriate because they leave those up. Holy shit!
We're rebels on the run.
Yeah, you're not crazy. Starting as early as August 13th, 2025, if you made a new account on Roblox and used SCHLEP in its name, it would get banned. And if you would put the name SCHLEP in your bio, you'd get a warning. But hey,
they made his name a bannable term, a flagged term. That is insane.
if you still want to call your account Jeffrey Epstein, you can. You'll get no ban, no warning. Great. SCHLEP would tweet out, SCHLEP games are allegedly being taken down. Same with shirts and assets, but not bathroom games. I mean, at this point, it had barely just been 5 days since SCHLEP released his video, and this had already reached the mainstream. It was that ridiculous. Soon enough, you had a congressman by the name of Rokana reach out to SCHLEP directly concerning Roblox's child safety issues, only to then afterwards create a petition demanding that Roblox not only take accountability, but vows to do better in regards to child safety as soon as possible. At the same time, the Attorney General of Louisiana, Liz Murrill, would sue Roblox directly.
Holy
saying that
shit!
It endangers the safety of the children of Louisiana.
Holy
and that
shit!
It's overrun with harmful content and child predators because it prioritizes user growth, revenue, and profits over child safety. She would then conduct a press release showing off some of the crazy games you can play as a 9-year-old on this game. Watch.
This is the kind of obscene garbage that they are peddling to our children in Louisiana. I will not stand by and watch this company grow exponentially from exploiting children and facilitating child sexual abuse for profit.
That is not something you want an Attorney General of a state of the United States to say about you.
I feel so proud for her saying that. Facilitating child SA for profit. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it fucking is. Right? That's what's up. That's what matters, right? There's a few things in life that we can agree on no matter what side of the political spectrum you're on. We could all agree to protect children. That's the only thing any of us fucking care about. Doesn't matter what you vote for, doesn't matter what you do in life. There's one thing we can all agree on. All right? and it's fuck anyone who does otherwise. That's it. That's it.
And if you thought things couldn't get worse, then Chris Hansen, the man behind To Catch a Predator, came out of retirement saying that he was going to cover what was happening with Roblox. That's how you know that you truly fucked up. He's working directly with SCHLEP to investigate what's going on with
Holy
Roblox,
shit!
and will hopefully be releasing a documentary.
We're
on
watching
it
a video
sometime
about that
future.
next. In the
All
next
of
video
this
we're
would
doing.
culminate in the Roblox stock losing around 7% of its market capitalization within just the span.
Dude,
of
I'm way too content pilled because I saw a pirate in the name and I was like, oh, Pirate Software made a tweet about this? And I was like, oh, never mind. I'm way too Mujin pilled. I'm way too Mujin pilled because I watched the Pirate Software video over on Bedrock Besties, my other channel. And I'm way too Mujin pilled. I was like, oh, whoa.
24 hours. In other words, the company had lost over $12 billion in a day. And only after being sued by the Louisiana Attorney General would they finally take down a game that has been reported for months on end by multiple community members by the name of XYZ Public Bathroom Simulator. It's insane. They would then say that they're planning to restrict social hangouts that include private spaces such as bathrooms or bedrooms to ID verified 17 plus users, trying their best to do damage control, but only making it worse. Creek would quote tweet this and say, "This is a crazy hill to die on. Roblox bathroom games are games, making them 17."
Why did they make it 17 plus? Wait, I'm so... Why did they make it 17? I'm so lost. They didn't even do 18 plus. Why? That's so insane. What is that?
18 plus doesn't solve the issue. 17-year-olds are still minors. Roblox is still allowing kids to be in these games. Holy shit, just ban the damn games. Nobody wants sex games on the platform.
Exactly.
I mean, yes, this is such a weird hill to die on. Player numbers do matter. Profit does matter for a company, but not through things like this. If banning games revolving around bathrooms and bedrooms is going to affect your player count and stock price so much, then maybe your company doesn't deserve to exist in the first place.
It's true.
And I mean, by that point, it was official. This had reached mainstream media, the average person, more importantly, parents of children who play this game. It had blown beyond proportion. How could a company be so stupid? And unlike every other time they've been exposed, Roblox had to make a solid statement this time to save its skin from being completely burnt to a crisp. So what did they do? They, of course, made the situation 1,000 times worse. On August 16th, 2025, David Baszucki, the CEO of Roblox, would tweet this out, saying,
More like
"Safety and civility
David
have
Big Dookie." Sorry. Got him. Thank you.
always been our top priority. Here's an update on our safety releases over the past few weeks, including our updated approach to vigilantism. We also preview additional releases in the works, linking a YouTube video. The official Roblox account would retweet this and outline the exact topics discussed here. Okay, well, let's check it out. Oh wait, there's no need. Just look at this. Around the 15-minute mark, here's what the chief safety officer of Roblox would have to say about vigilantes, more specifically people like SCHLEP. They would report to the police, and then only after would they let Roblox know. To which SCHLEP would say, "Are we serious right now? You're upset that I was reporting information to the police before reporting it to Roblox?" Like, what the fuck? Chief safety officer, by the way. I mean, look, guys, this video was 40 minutes of mumbo jumbo. It was the
I've never seen shit this dumb in my life. This was crazy. This is insane. I like, my brain like sometimes feels frozen. Like I feel like I'm like rebooting by how dumb some shit is.
the most robotic, cringe, and tone-deaf thing I've ever seen in my life. Probably written by ChatGPT and approved by like a team of 50 lawyers. They talked a lot, but essentially said nothing. The same things over and over again. Guys,
The
we
like
have tools,
ratio?
we have
Oh,
parental
yep.
controls. We're doing our best. Well, your best isn't enough. and the like to dislike ratio shows
Oh,
what people
see, you
think
going over
of
that,
your
don't worry.
stupid statement.
Yep.
Not to mention that the CEO got community noted, saying Roblox has a history of refusing to take action against sexual predators, linking 4 different sources. The CEO is being absolutely cooked, so it came as no surprise that just a day later, a petition calling for the removal of David Baszucki had received over 100,000 signatures. The campaign accused Roblox leadership of putting children on the platform at
Holy
risk and
shit.
ignoring community concerns. And as all this was happening, as they were saying that their safety features were amazing, as they were banning the word SCHLEP in their game, a user made this video and SCHLEP reposted it. Just watch for yourself. I mean, it's self-explanatory. Look at this mess.
For the selling for maps account, well, I did the crazy thing. I don't know if I was stupid. Maybe I am an actual f***ing idiot. I tried reporting this profile. I reported it saying, yo, Roblox, maps, this is a dog whistle for predators, and the bio is in Morse code, soliciting photos. And I'm just going to refresh the page in case you don't believe me, but nothing happened to their profile, even though their username is clearly bad. And I'm pointing out their username because Roblox, what they're doing right now is they are moderating users with hashtag free SCHLEP in their display name. If you put free SCHLEP in your display name on Roblox, you will get punished. Roblox will punish hashtag free SCHLEP, but not selling for maps 1.
I mean, honestly, at this point,
Holy
if I was a
shit.
predator, I'd be jumping up and down, celebrating the fact that there was a multi-billion-dollar company out there that was protecting me. And instead,
What the
banning
fuck?
someone who would go after me. I mean, seriously, can you...
Oh, that's what MAP stands for? Minor attracted person? Is that what it means? I couldn't figure out what it stood for. Holy shit!
make this any worse? What was Roblox even doing?
Then,
right
to
now?
be fair, I'm the same person who didn't know what CP meant until I think 2020 or 2021. I went to go play the game Cyberpunk 2027. I mean 2077. 2077. And I abbreviated it to CP. Because I didn't know what CP was. I just was trying to shorten Cyberpunk in a post. And people were like, oh, Alicia, honey, no. Yeah. So, like, again, I'm someone who's just not really aware of that kind of terminology. So, yeah, Alicia, see, okay, to be fair, I didn't know. I'm more aware of things now. Okay. I'm just really like not familiar. Yeah. What the fuck is it? Okay. Child. Corn. But with a P. There you go.
Well, they were debating the age-old question, 17 or 18. In response for 17-year-olds being allowed into social hangouts that include private spaces.
There's so many people who are like, oh. Yeah, right? Because it's like, again, same thing that I had where I was like, what? No one would think of that, right? Even one of my friends called me on Discord when I made that post, by the way. They were like, Alicia, you can't put CP in your fucking post. I was like, no one's going to think of that. I didn't even know that was a thing. People are just assume that I mean Cyberpunk because the post is about Cyberpunk. They're like, Alicia, everyone on the internet is not going to think that. I was like, but context. I just talking about Cyberpunk. I don't understand. I'm not internet pilled enough, okay? God. That's the only thing it means, Alicia. But I was abbreviating Cyberpunk. Okay, sorry. Okay, I'm good. Again, I've only become super online pilled ever since I like fought cancer, and now I beat cancer, and I'm still online pilled. This is before then, Alicia. Before then, I was way too IRL normie shit. Okay, I didn't know anything about anything. Okay.
bathrooms or bedrooms. Roblox has stated they are now considering 17 versus 18 for these experiences. It's like no matter what, you could take anything away from them. You could call them predators, but you could not take the bathrooms and bedrooms away from them. It's like,
God damn.
Why are you dying on this hill? Well, we'd start to understand why. You see, the chief security officer, Matt Kaufman, has some interesting badges in his inventory. Badges can be collected by playing specific levels, and his badges tell us a very interesting story. For example, he had played a game called Pilchero Outfits, closed-off condo game in Roblox The Hatch event. Another badge he had was from Dollhouse RP, placed under review just on August 16th after this whole scandal had broken out. This is a game that was full of info sharing, age play, dating, etc. He also had a badge from a now banned game called Teddy's Largest Condo. At its peak, this had over 76 million players and it was a dating game. He has a Halloween 2024 badge that was only available for a limited time. Another game he played and has a badge for was Your Sus Roommate, which was banned. It was a suggestive AI girlfriend game with a sus ending. Last but not least, he had a badge for Row Meet, a game that was closed by its own developers. This was an Omegle/Tinder-esque game that often saw dating and predatory behavior occur.
Run that shit back to what I said earlier about sometimes motherfuckers really be protecting their own. They really be protecting their own. That's your chief safety officer. They really be protecting their own. Oh my lord. Holy shit!
Interesting. You know, I wish we would finally be able to see the client list of Jeffrey Epstein because I have a sneaking suspicion that maybe Matt Kaufman is on those papers. Now, of course, some people would argue that he was visiting these levels to ban them, but as the chief safety officer, you don't spend your time on Roblox banning individual games. The underpaid moderators do that. That's why it's so suspicious. But this behavior didn't seem to be exclusive to the chief safety officer. No, this seemed to be a company-wide mindset. SCHLEP would tweet out, "This is an alleged quote from a Roblox administrator in a child safety lawsuit." It said, "As one former Roblox employee explained in describing the company's approach to child safety, you have to make a decision, right? You can keep your players safe, but then it will be less of them on the platform. Or you just let them do what they want to do. And then the numbers all look good and investors will be happy." I mean,
What the fuck? Bro, take us back to Neopets. Take us back to Neopets. Take me back, bro. Let me go get my free omelet of the day. Then free jelly of the day. Then go spin the wheel at the fairy kingdom. Then go to the shrine and get a special blessing for my Neopets. Right? Then let me go play the dress up game. Play it 3 times, earn 300 Neo points per time I play it, maxing out because you only get 3 Neo points 3 times from a game. Then go play Merca Chase and try to beat my own score on Merca Chase. You know what I'm saying? Bring me back! Bring me back! Holy shit. I still have a Tamagotchi. What if you guys actually sent me a Tamagotchi of Chopper? By the way, so I have a Chopper Tamagotchi on my table.
And at this point, it was only confirming what we already knew. Roblox just seemed the kind of company that would easily, in a heartbeat, bring back slavery if it meant higher player count and more money. There were
probably would, though. They probably
would.
These
children have their lives completely ruined because we simply...
I mean, Neopets changed when they added Neocash, which is like you can buy Neopets currency called Neocash. So there's Neopoints and then Neocash, which was kind of sad because, like, I loved Neopets, but when they added Neocash, everything changed up real bad, you know?
Don't want to see our player counts drop. That's evil. That's disgusting. And speaking of evil and disgusting, both MasterCard and Visa are facing immense backlash after forcing Steam and itch.io to remove certain adult games off their platforms. Now, bear in mind, these platforms actually do...
Oh yeah, my Chopper Neopet is dead. My niece, who's 3, took it and ran. Then she took it home with her because she put it in her pocket and she did not feed it. That motherfucker kept my cousin messaged me. Oh, by the way, so like on like my Indian side of the family, basically what happens is that like your cousins are considered brother sister to you, so their kids are considered my nieces and nephews because of like how it works for the Indian side of my family. And like they hit me up and they're like, something keeps beeping in her room and we can't stop it because we can't find it. Yeah, I was like, oh, it's a toy dying. If you feed it, it stops. Nope. Nope, Chopper died. Chopper died.
look out for children, and make it extremely hard for them to access such games. I don't know much about itch, but I know that on Steam there are some very strict parental controls, and children will never be able to even see any games deemed adult. These were adult games made for adults. But Visa and MasterCard, the companies that pretty much monopolize payment processing in the world, didn't care. Now, what's really interesting here is that both Visa and MasterCard are still very happily accepting payments on behalf of Roblox.
Dude, what the fuck, man? They're like, dude, morally, we just can't do it for Steam and itch.io. But like for Roblox with all the pedophiles, take my Visa and MasterCard. Like, shut up.
Absolutely zero disagreement, and not even commenting once about what's going on in regards to children's safety. In fact, what's even better is that both of them are in direct partnership with Roblox, with Visa in particular having...
Of course they're directly partnered. Of course they are.
Acted as a sponsor at some point. So what gives? An adult can't play an adult game, but when children do, it's okay? I mean, at this point, even encouraged? That's kind of weird. But the good news is that even though Visa and MasterCard are spineless and are not doing anything in regards to this, SCHLEP is enlisting the help of a law firm in order to sue Roblox over what they did to him. I wish him the absolute best, and I really hope he wipes the floor with them.
I hope he does too.
He deserves it.
Yep.
Look, overall, this thing has been such a ridiculous mess. It feels like a fever dream. How could the CEO, the child safety officer, just everyone involved in the executive team of this company see this and think we're doing the right thing? What's the point in being able to grow a company and make a lot of money if you're
this is like so much more gross
when your platform
than I thought it was going to be? Oh my God.
It simply doesn't make sense. And now people are hoping that unlike every other major controversy that had happened beforehand in regards to child safety with Roblox, this time would be different, especially with the law going after them. At the same time, though, while many want to see Roblox face justice, they don't want this used as an excuse to enact something similar to the UK Online Safety Act in the US. In other words, they don't want lawmakers to limit online free speech while using child safety as an excuse. No one's falling for that. The UK right now is pathetic. It's dystopian.
Yep, that's true.
So if you're American, definitely go sign that petition by Rokana. Definitely express your discontent with this company to your local congressman or senator or whatever. And let's get this company to finally face accountability for all the harm that they have done and continue to do on a daily basis. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video.
Thank you, Mujin, for another incredible video. We love and appreciate you here on this channel, as well as on my other channel, Bedrock Besties.
I just hope that things can calm down for a little bit, just for a couple more weeks until my vacation's over, and I'll see you. Yeah, I'll see you soon. Thank you so much for watching. I love you so much. Mwah.
This poor sweetheart, dude. On vacation, pumping out a video like this. Oh my God. I hope you have a good vacation, homie. Oh my goodness. That's so shit. But goddamn, good on you for always like putting the grind and the work in, though. Appreciate you and your deep dives. Mujin's video will be linked in the description down below, as always. Support Mujin, right? Support the creators that I react to. All right, don't be a dickhead. And thank you so much for watching and watching me go through a roller coaster of emotions and side tangents. All right, it's what I do here on the channel. I yap, I talk, we have discussions, you know? So stick around if you like that kind of stuff. Stick around if you want to see me react and play video games every single day. I upload every single day, at least one video a day, sometimes two. Here on this channel, I upload on my other channel, Aliciaxlife, and I upload on my other channel, Bedrock Besties. That's right, I have 3 YouTube channels. Catch y'all later. Bye!